Hi everybody, and welcome to Animal Tales. I'm Pat Becker. I'm here with John Gary, who's the superintendent of the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter. How are you, John?
Good, how are you doing?
Just fine. And who do you have here?
I have Jerry. He's a 3-month-old kitten that is currently available for adoption there at the animal shelter.
Ah, he's just beautiful. And you all always spay and neuter and take care of them, you know, medically and everything. So they're just ready to go, aren't they?
He's ready to go today.
I love it. So we have guests on today?
We do. We have a couple of our employees from the shelter, Loretta Caldwell, who manages our community spay neuter program, and then we have Tina Rimmer, who is our volunteer coordinator. So we're going to talk about that today.
That's wonderful. And speaking of guests, you have a great many guests going out of your shelter for adoption, and we just happen to have a few of those pictures. You want to see them?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I give, and it's just never enough.
Seriously?
When people take you for granted, what can you do?
Water the grass, not the street!
Using drought-tolerant plants, watering early in the morning, adding some mulch, it's not that hard. If we want to use our water wisely, we gotta squeeze more out of every drop.
SqueezeEveryDrop.com. Oh, I gotta go. I got a date with a lake.
So welcome back, folks, and we have Loretta with us. Loretta, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, Loretta is, she manages our spay neuter and our pet food bank programs, and she does just a wonderful job for us. And so, Loretta, why don't you tell us a little bit about the programs?
Okay, I'll start with the Community Spay Neuter program. What it is a program that for Oklahoma City residents, we provide free spaying and neutering. Half of our adoption fees go toward funding that program. So anytime someone adopts an animal, not only are they getting a new pet, but half of their money is going towards paying it forward so someone else is able to spay or neuter their pet. And so the requirements we have for that program is the citizen must provide a utility bill or an ID with their current Oklahoma City address. We have 2 locations that we provide our free spaying and neutering at, so it's pretty convenient for people to find a clinic that's close to them. And then we set up the appointment for them.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So you do this program through the sanctuary over here. That's
Yes.
fantastic. So, John, how long has this program been going on?
We've had the program up running. This is the 3rd year, right?
Yes, correct. Third year.
And so we do more and more every year, and we stay booked. You know, we have clients waiting up to a couple months out sometimes.
Well, I can imagine, certainly. And of course, that is basically one of the main things that will keep us from getting this population that is just out of control. So the other program with your the food bank thing, how does that work?
Yes, we also, another free service we provide is temporary assistance with pet food and pet supplies. If someone's facing a short-term emergency, maybe they lost their job or their check ran short that week, we can provide them with enough food to help them and their pets get through a couple of weeks. That's for Oklahoma City residents also. The one requirement that we do have for that is that all pets must be spayed or neutered in the house. And so we allow one visit if they are not. And then after that, we work with them to use our program to get all of the pets that they have spayed or neutered.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So when someone comes to adopt a pet, they are advised of these
Yes.
services?
Yes, they're advised of that. And then they also know they're told how their money is being used to fund the spay-neuter program when they adopt.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's really good. So, John, will this kind of program go on in perpetuity, so to speak?
Absolutely. It's been such a successful program, and we have so many people that are in need of it. And so we absolutely are going to do our best to continue the program, and our hope is to actually expand the program at some point.
Yeah, and I understand now that you have some people that are actually helping to train some of these animals if you want the animals worked with at the shelter. Is that right?
Yes, after they adopt an animal, they do have a program that helps with training, a new leash on life class that they offer there, and the adopters are also informed about that too.
Excellent. That's so excellent. Well, you know, it will absolutely help change the whole picture for us, and I pray that it does happen. Everybody knows that part of the problem is when a dog comes into a shelter, sometimes it's for behavior problems. But the spay and neuter thing is so important, and I wish that we could get it over to everyone how important a program that it is. But it will help tremendously, and thank you so much for getting into this and doing it.
Thank you.
So you've been doing it for how long? It's been going on for 3 years?
I've been with the shelter, this month will be 5 years, so this is my 5th year, yes.
Fantastic. So
Yes.
what did you do before?
Well, I came here after I graduated school. I got my degree in animal science, and so this is a field I'm definitely interested in working in.
Wow,
Yes.
I guess so. So where do you hope to take this?
That I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll be thinking about it.
Well, you're a lovely young lady. I'm sure that whatever you want to do will be successful.
Well, thank you.
It's just great. Loretta, thank you so much for participating today. It really is such vital information, and we appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. And we're going to see a few Welfies now. Would you like that?
It's outdoor time in Oklahoma, and that means it's time to go out on adventures with family and friends. With dazzling Friday night sunset cruises or fun-themed Saturday cruises like luau, disco, and bluegrass, the only question is, which cruise will you choose? Oklahoma River Cruises has 4 convenient landings to cruise from Regatta Park, Exchange Landing, Meridian Landing, and Bricktown Landing, all along the beautiful Oklahoma River in Oklahoma City. There's cruises for everyone, from families, girls' night out, or history buffs. But the best way to find the river cruise for you is to come down and try it yourself. For more information, cruise schedules, and tickets, visit okrivercruises.com.
So we have another guest.
Yes, we do. This is Tina Remmer. She is our volunteer coordinator, and we had just recently have completely redone our volunteer program to try to make it a better experience for volunteers. And so we had Tina on to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so tell us, Tina, what is it?
Well, we changed our orientation, so our starting point for our volunteers is an open orientation. They just pick out a date that works for them and time from a flyer that we have that lists all the times available. They don't have to RSVP or make any special arrangements. They just come in for that class. During that class, we talk about our organization and what we're about, what our goals are, how they can help at the shelter. It gives them a better idea of if they want to become a volunteer with us. Then they do a tour of the shelter and fill out their applications. Once they get through that process, we offer PowerPoint trainings. And we do a lot of training on cat behavior, dog behavior, animal handling, different jobs that they can do at the shelter. So we've really expanded a lot of our training for them. Our fosters have a training program just for them that's done by our foster coordinator. So hopefully letting them know kind of more what they're getting involved in, what it takes to be a volunteer, and having them better equipped to do the job of handling the animals and doing the best for the animals when they're there.
Of course, that is very, very important, and everybody knows the foundation of every organization that's animal-oriented is the volunteers and the fosters. That is, if you take away those, you know it's a very difficult job. But fosters and volunteers make it possible. So tell me, if I'm going to come in and be a volunteer, I come in and I go through your program here, what specifically am I going to be allowed to do?
To be able to do the animal handling, you would have to go through all the training and then hands-on training with actually volunteers that we have that are set up to do that training with the new volunteers. To be able to do the animal handling, you would have to do that.
And by handling, you mean taking them out of the crates and what have you, taking them for a walk out to go to the bathroom and that sort of thing, bringing them in to be presented in front of people who might want to adopt them. Is that part of it too?
Yes, the adoption counseling is a big part of it. We actually have a completely separate training for that, a video. It's one of our most in-depth videos on just how to talk to adopters, the best way to make a good match between an adopter and a pet. Just gives the volunteers ideas of things that they can do to help that adoption be successful and to help the adopters out when they're there at the shelter, because it is kind of a different environment for them. They don't always know how to get the animals out, how to interact with them.
Exactly.
And the volunteers help a lot with that.
So is there an age limit?
You have to be 18 to volunteer by yourself, but kids can come in and volunteer. They just have to be with a legal guardian or parent, and the parent has to go through all the training with the child and stay with them while they're at the shelter. We do have our Kids for OKC Animals program, though, that gives kids some ideas of opportunities they can do if they're younger than 13 and they're not able to do the animal handling. It gives them ideas of projects that they can do and things that they can do other than walking the dogs and that type of thing.
Oh, that's wonderful, because as I say, it's so important to have these people around. So you actually coordinate all of the fosters and the volunteers then?
Yeah, all of the volunteers are under my program, and then like the foster program is such a important program, it has its own coordinator. So once they get through the training, she helps them with getting their animals selected and getting their animals set up in their home. But all of the volunteers fall under my program.
So how many fosters would you say you have?
Fosters, I am not 100% sure exactly how many active fosters she has. We have about 100 active volunteers.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is really an exciting program. So John, you have anything to add on this?
Well, I just think it's important that people understand in the community how important volunteers are to our success. We know that there's so many programs that we do that we would not be able to do without the support of the community and the volunteers that come into the shelter to help us. And there's so many different things that we can do. We have people ask all the time, do you have things that, what if I'm really uncomfortable handling animals, or some other thing I can do to help or assist you guys? And there's so many things and so many opportunities we have available for everyone. And so anybody that's interested, I highly encourage them to come down and at least see what the program is about, attend one of the orientations, and really learn about what we do and see what they can do to help us.
So how do they apply if they're not adopting? Do they just come in, or they call and say, I'm interested in doing that?
As Tina said, we've changed it up a little bit to try to make it more convenient for them. So we just have orientations that are set up through the month. They find out when one of those orientations are. They're listed on our website as well as in the shelter. They can come to any of those orientations, just come in. They don't have to call in advance. They just show up. And then we talk about the program then. If they see something they're interested in doing, then they apply from that point, and then we get them in the training and we go from there.
That's excellent. Tina, thank you so much. This is very enlightening for me. I really enjoyed that. So we're going to hear a little bit about pet care.
Hi, I'm Tommy Allen, and I'm a veterinary assistant here at Oklahoma City Animal Welfare. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the benefits of spaying and neutering your pets. Spaying and neutering is a surgical procedure that's performed to keep your pets from having litters of puppies and kittens. There are several benefits to spaying and neutering your pets. First, it decreases the chance of health problems such as testicular cancers and mammary tumors. It also decreases the chance of behavior problems such as your pets getting out of your yard and roaming around. But ultimately, it decreases the amount of animals that we bring in here at the animal shelter. Oklahoma City Animal Welfare offers a program to help citizens of Oklahoma City have their pets spayed and neutered for free. For more information, visit our website at okc.gov/animalwelfare.
Did you know that the arts make a significant impact on education, the economy, and our quality of life in Oklahoma? Providing more than 10,000 jobs statewide, filtering more than $314 million into our economy? Yes, the arts create all kinds of beautiful things. And making Oklahoma an even better place to live is the most beautiful thing of all. It doesn't take a big donation to make big things happen. Support Allied Arts today. A little give is all it takes.
If you want to adopt any of the animals that you saw on today's show, you can come down to the shelter. We're open 7 days a week, and we're open from 12 to 5:45. The address is 2811 Southeast 29th Street.
What fun this has been today. I really have enjoyed it. Very enlightening. All of the wonderful programs you have over there. So who is this little guy?
This is Tigger. He's a 3-month-old pit bull mix that's currently available at the adoption center there at the shelter. And I want to remind everybody that October is Adopt a Dog Month, and we have DogTober celebration all month long there at the shelter. We have half-price dog adoptions the entire month. And every weekend we're going to be doing something special. We have some things going on around the city that you can find a lot about on the website. And then we're closing out the month on the 29th with a big event there at the shelter to try to get all the dogs adopted.
The October thing?
Yes, it's going to be really good.
DogTober?
Yes, DogTober is what we would call it there at the shelter. And like I said, all dogs are half price, and we're going to try to do what we can to get every dog adopted.
Oh, yes, folks, it's so important. These little guys just need a home. They need a forever home. And you probably have one for them, so come on down and take a look. They are precious, and I think you'll really love them. It's been a great, great time, a great show. John, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next month. Isn't he cute?
Down here. That dog has a thirsty look in his eye. Did you know that it's really not that hard to save water? Like here in the sink. Don't make me run too much. Could somebody shut me off? Now this is my kind of party. A full house. Let's roll. Hey, we're in a drought, which means I'm kind of a big deal. So save me. Really? Save me!
It's outdoor time in Oklahoma, and that means it's time to go out on adventures with family and friends. With dazzling Friday night sunset cruises or fun-themed Saturday cruises like luau, disco, and bluegrass, the only question is, which cruise will you choose? Oklahoma River Cruises has 4 convenient landings to cruise from Regatta Park, Exchange Landing, Meridian Landing, and Bricktown Landing, all along the beautiful Oklahoma River in Oklahoma City. There's cruises for everyone from families, girls' night out, or history buffs. But the best way to find the river cruise for you is to come down and try it yourself. For more information, cruise schedules, and tickets, visit okrivercruises.com.
You know, I give, and it's just never enough.
Seriously?
When people take you for granted, what can you do?
Water the grass, not the street!
Using drought-tolerant plants, watering early in the morning, adding some mulch, it's not that hard. If we want to use our water wisely, we got to squeeze more out of every drop.
SqueezeEveryDrop.com. Oh, I gotta go. I got a date with a lake.
You're watching City Channel 20, a public service from the City of Oklahoma City.